Hello, I'm Princess Serena, not Princess Serena, and today we are going through a lot of pin mail. So we are playing catch up with some of the pins I opened a little before my Banff trip, repping. Check out my vlog if you haven't. It's like my favorite video I've ever done on this channel. And also some packages I got during the trip and quite a bit after actually. And even more exciting, I won a pin giveaway. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I found out that I won a pin giveaway in like mid-April-ish from Joy Addict. This is their card. I love the colors on it. But yeah, good news is I won. I got third place and they have like adorable stamp pins of like different places in like not just Disney locations, but also like books and like pop culture movies that are not Disney. But bad news is I think my package broke the record of like fastest lost pin mail because it got mailed May 8th and then May 9th was the last time it was ever seen again because it just stopped tracking. But the creator was super nice about it, and obviously I gave it a few weeks before I reached out and it was not moving. It didn't randomly show up. I was hoping it just stopped tracking, it would come, and it never did. So she sent a new one about a month later. So the reason why I entered at all, I mean, they're such adorable designs, but like Gravity Falls, this one's adorable. I've almost bought it quite a number of times before this giveaway. Thank goodness I didn't, but just like the shipping to Canada was like basically the same cost or a little less like as the pin. So I didn't really want to double my costs. So, you know, the international pin collector in me, all the energy called out for my giveaway win, I think. There was over 1,500 comments. Not 1,500 people, I entered 5 or 6 times myself, but like that's at least a few hundred people entering, and this one's just adorable, very simplistic. I love that you see the mystery shack, and then all of her stamps actually have like a cent value on the corner. So for my second one, I picked a Toy Story one. So this one says 10. This one is going on my Pixar alphabet board over there because of that wee little Alexo ball. It's the only reason. And also the color scheme just works in general, like the blues and the pastel-y colors, like it's gonna go great. And it's cool because I have a horizontal stamp and a vertical stamp. And then Sophia has a vertical Tangles one that I gave her.
She was like, we'll do this together, and if either of us wins, we get one pin each. And I'm like, sounds good. So she won, so I got lucky.
Thank you again for hosting an internationally open giveaway, as a lot of them are US only. Speaking of Gravity Falls, I thought I would show you this next. Oh my gosh, I saw this design in like September. They were making it, not accepting pre-orders. Like I just got to order it as soon as it got in. And it's so cool because this pin creator actually bought my own Gravity Falls fantasy pin. So it's cool that we're able to like support each other. But I just think this is like one of the coolest designs ever, like with Bill, and then you have like Mabel and Dipper inside with the journal and like Waddles. Like I think that's so representative of the show. He's very much an all-encompassing like powerful being, and like the fact that they're in him, right? And then the back says the artist and the creator, and it says Another World LE50. And then they also have another show in a similar design too. He made 3 pins. It's not translucent, but it almost looks like it is with the color of the Bill. It's so cool. It's just definitely one of my, if not my favorite behind mine, like Gravity Falls pin designs ever. And this is the creator's business card. Moving along to a trade. So it's a bulk trade, but normally I've been on the other end of it where like I'm trying to give lots of smaller pins for one higher valued pin, right? And that's a great way to trade if someone's willing to do that. But I actually did a bulk trade where I was bulk trading for 2 of my Once Upon a Time pins they wanted, a fellow pin creator, and then she was trying to scramble some pins that I like, and I'm very niche in my collections, but I was patient. She was patient. A good month and a half or so later, we picked enough and she traded for me. Like she put so much effort into her trade, and I've done that like for my trades, and like it's just so cool to be on the receiving end of that. And that just means she loves my Once Upon a Time pins so much, which makes me so happy. But I have this Pixar one as the first one I picked. Pixar Animations, very classic for my Pixar board. I don't mind having a bunch of Luxo balls and like filler pins like that that are similar for that board. I also always wanted this Mickey waffle, but I wasn't willing to buy it just because it doesn't really fit my collection. But I decided I'm gonna put it with like my dated pins and like the hotels that I've been to and stuff like that. Yeah, just because it's my favorite like Disney food there is just so good. Like, I know they don't look exactly like this, the Mickey waffles, like the ears are more on the head than like on the side, but it's okay. It's a symbol of the deliciousness that they are, and I'm getting hungry just talking about it because so good. Like, you'd think they're so bad just because it's like a novelty, you know, like, oh, Mickey shaped everything, but like, believe me, oh, it does something to you. It definitely gives you the power to go through like a 16-hour day at the park, you know? And then to end off our trade, I actually was able to finish the new Wally Hidden Disney set. So I got Eve, I got Wally, like, and he's so cute. Like, I knew this one's the most basic design out of all of them. I feel like there probably is a big Wally pin that looks very similar to this, but there's just something about them being smaller that's just like so cute. I'm so happy they made this Hidden Disney set. Wally needs more Wally exclusive sets, not just like one Wally character represented in a Pixar set. Like, we need a Wally character connection. This is what I'm saying. And I got Bernie. I love like the more niche characters being represented. And then I even traded for the Chaser, which is worth quite a bit, which is like where, you know, that definitely was a cherry on top of my trade. And my goal was to trade for all of them, just because I feel like they're meant to be traded. You're not supposed to buy them. I mean, you have to buy the pouch for this, which actually I traded someone else for the Axiom. And then they actually included the original Hidden Disney pouch. It was really cool to see in person because I've never actually like opened them before. So if you don't know, the chasers of this series don't get released along with the original 5 that come out just on like cast members' lanyards and pin pouches and such. A few months later, they come out in here as well as the original ones, but the only way you could get a chaser is open this. Which is why they're more sought after and usually valued more. But yeah, I traded Deb again. She's been a godsend in the Canadian group, helping me start this set and finishing it because I got the Axiom. And yeah, she has this really cute note that she sent. And it says, "Your set is almost complete. Good luck and happy trading." And I'm happy to report that it is completely done and it looks so good. I already put them on my board. I took them off for the video, but like it looks so good on my Pixar set board. So another purchase I did just to keep with the Pixar realm is this one. I've been eyeing this Hong Kong pin for a while, and there was a Canadian seller that was selling this, and I've seen her post it and keep lowering the price every few months, and like finally it got low enough that I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get it. It's such a good deal. And I love this one. It's just the epitome of like classic Luxo ball and Pixar lamp. And like it's very unique because like it has a background. It's very striking with the navy blue because of the lighter colors on it, and then like the lamp is facing you. It's not facing the side like it normally does. It's like at the end and where like it bounces on Pixar and then it faces the screen, right? Like head on. So yeah, I love this one, and it's pretty big as well. I've had my eye on this pin. I mean, I've had my eye on this pin for like years, but I mean, I was like committed to purchasing this one in like December off of someone on Instagram that reached out to me that was like, oh, this is on your ISO. I didn't want to pay double what this pin was to ship it to me, so I waited till I had access to an American address. Cut to like 5 months later, I finally had it, and then I finally got it sent to me from the American address. So yeah, finally have it. It just missed my last pin mail video, but it is from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Speaking of Disney Channel, I got this extra keychain. How fun. My pin friend Harry has designed many Disney Channel pins in the past, and I love that we both get to create fantasy pins together. And he wanted to make this 40th anniversary pin because the 40th Disney Channel official pin as much as I gushed over it. I just secured it. My last pin video at the pin event, it's very sparkly and beautiful, but it does not say 40th anniversary anywhere, just on the backer card, and that sucks. And that kind of inspired him to make his own. This is made out of plastic, so you notice it's a keychain, not a pin. His manufacturer made a mistake, but he got to keep the keychains. And then I traded him for his creation. He put all the men of Disney across all the generations. There's only one. I don't know who this one is. But other than that, like, it starts with like American Dragon. I feel like that's 2004-ish. I could be wrong. I feel like that was before Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And then there's Phineas and Ferb and Raw Unstoppable and Troy Bolton, you know, and then it goes to newer shows too. I'm so happy that Disney fumbled the bag for the 40th, or this wouldn't exist. So thank you, Harry, for trading. But what's the men with Disney Channel without the iconic women beside them? And I really like too how he represented different shows. I don't think there's much overlap of like the shows they're from. Like, there isn't like Wendy from Gravity Falls, which, oh my god, I'm so happy that he included Gravity Falls. There is no like Dipper here, for example, right? The only one that I don't know is this girl. I know now because Sophia was like, that's from my telenovela. I'm sorry, I've never seen the show. Soya Luna, I think. Correct me in the comments. But yeah, you have Alex Russo, you even have like, you know, Zendaya from Casey Undercover. And yeah, I love it. So, and I also like that it's like different color scheme for the Disney Channel TV as well. So I traded for both of these, and I can't even decide which one I like better. There's just such iconic, as much as I'm like, oh yeah, like Wizards of Waverly Place, Hannah Montana, duh. But I'm like, oh, but like there's niche ones like Jake Long on here and stuff. So yeah, I love it. There's even Austin and Ally. This is the only way I would have some of these newer shows like in my collection, which I'm actually glad I have, and there was an excuse to, just to like represent it. I think the Disney Channel TV section of my collection, which has grown enormously in the last 2 videos. I got like 4 new ones at the pin event, and then I have these. I feel like I doubled that section of my collection. It's kind of great that it represents all the different generations. I have no idea what's on Disney Channel now. Are there any hidden gems I should be checking out that's actually good? Let me know. And my most recent trade, so someone wanted one of my traders, and there wasn't really anything in their collection that I inherently collected, but like sometimes I get pretty creative and I'm like, actually, I didn't know I needed this, but I guess I do. So I got this Adventures by Disney pin. It's just screaming to be at the top of like all my dated pins, the times I went to the parks and like the hotel and the Mickey waffle. And I display it actually on the other side of my room in a crack and trade clamshell, and the color of the clamshell literally blends into my wall, so it looks really good. And I love that we were able to trade and add it to my collection in a unique way. This is the biggest pin I own by a long shot, I would say, at a whopping 4.5 inches, I think. Look. It's Rapunzel, and Dark Rapunzel, my favorite. That's the reason I wanted it. And this was like, I just remember being in the car with my family, like the day that the pre-sale dropped, and I was like, we need to be home at like a little before 3. I need to snag it because it's like a pretty big pin creator. It's definitely the biggest pin creator I've ever tried to like snag a pin from. But thank goodness I got it, and it came super fast. It was a pre-order, but it literally came like a month later. So it's like, obviously it was well into production when the pre-orders happens, and it's so sparkly too. It's not gonna catch like on the video, but oh, it's so beautiful. It's sparkly in the background, and there's Dark Rapunzel. I love her. She's from Tangled the series. She's not a huge part of the show, but her incantation to mirror kind of the healing one, it's the hurt one, and it's just so beautiful and haunting. And yeah, the back of the pin says the creator, and it's a limited edition 35. Like, that's so exclusive. It's interesting that a huge creator like chooses to do like a smaller, you know, more limited batch of pins. There is a Dark Rapunzel from her like iconic series. I forget what it's called, Reverses or something. And it's like a rectangle, and it's gorgeous, but Unfortunately, it was like a group exclusive, and then when she did like this charity thing, like you could enter to try to win a chance to buy it, which I did enter, didn't win. But then when I saw there's over like 300 people trying and there's like 10 spots, didn't feel so bad. But every time I see it resell, it's like a lot of money. Normally my collections don't overlap with those, right? For better or for worse. Bad for my collection, good for my wallet, because they're very exclusive and very sought after, and if you miss it, like, good luck. But yeah, I'm so happy. So like technically this is the right way to display it, but I'm gonna display it this way. I already made room there on my board, and I didn't remove any. I just, like, it was pretty spread out, so I just put them more in. Moved around some of the ones at the top, and I somehow, my board looks even better than before, and I was obsessed with them before. Yeah, so it's all like the dark Rapunzel and like Moonstone cast and stuff like that on that board. It is literally one of my favorite boards, like the way it's like displayed and just the beautiful art of it all. Also on her package, this is what I'm pretty sure this was her package. It could have been a different one. I just put the sticker on here so I wouldn't lose it. It says, warning, opening this package will cause extreme happiness. I actually don't remember. That could have been somebody else, but that was like so good. I had to keep that sticker. And speaking of extras, I forgot to show, but my bulk trade, these postcards, how cute. I remember the last time we traded, she sent me some beautiful postcards as well. So it just makes my pin scrapbook pages more lively, more colorful, and I love that, so thank you. I forget who I got this from. I really should have kept track, but I got this Miguel little figurine as a zap. Here's an overview of my pin mail, a healthy mix of fantasy and official, and I still cannot believe that I finished the Wally Hidden Disney set, and that I won a giveaway. Like, how cool is that? I've never won a giveaway before. So that's it for my pin mail. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, please subscribe for more pin related content from me. Yeah, I would love to know your favorite pin I opened. I didn't open anything. These days I've been ripping my packages open because when I was doing it with y'all, because I was waiting too, right? Like I lived away for school, but now that I'm back home, it's like, I'm just opening it. Life is short. Gotta enjoy the pin mail for as much as I can. But maybe one of these days I will be good and I will save the pin mail and actually open it with you. So yeah, let me know what your favorite pin I showed you was. How is that? And mine was definitely the Rapunzel one. It is like, bigger doesn't always mean better, but my oh my. Oh, you know what? Actually, I changed my answer. That's my second favorite. My favorite has to be the Gravity Falls one. It's just so unique. Like, I can't insult that pin by not putting it on top. And it makes sense. Bill has to be number one, right? And also, there's a new Gravity Falls novel out now. How exciting. Pumping out new Gravity Falls content in 2024 was not on my bingo card, but I'm happy and I hope it's a tell that, like, maybe Alex Hirsch, the creator and voices, some of the voices in the show, have something planned. Not like a season 3, but just like make a spin-off show. I did so well with my main collections. I feel like I say that every single time I make a pin mail video, but that's just because I'm getting so picky with what I have. So I was pretty impressed with my Adventures by Disney pin seeping its way into my collection. And as always, take care of yourselves and have a magical day. Bye.